Hi guys, welcome back to another video. On this one we are going to be looking at market structure shift. So what exactly is market structure shift? Market structure shift is very important for traders and especially for ICT traders because it helps us identify when the market is shifting from a bullish to a downtrend or from a downtrend to a bullish trend. So at the end of this video you are going to be learning how I identify my market structure shift and how I use them to trade. We are going to be starting with displacement because displacement helps us to easily identify a market structure shift. So we are going to be looking at what exactly is a displacement and how you can identify them on a chart. So what exactly is a displacement? In a simplified terms, a displacement is an aggressive move with a full-bodied candle. It can also form in a single candle or in a multiple candles, and generally the displacement candles have a fair value gap present in them. For instance, if you look at this price action here, right now what you can see is we have a massive displacement to the downside, breaking this low, and what we have a present of fair value gap. Similarly here we have a displacement to the upside, breaking this high with a full bodied candle, and what we have the presence of a fair value gap from here to here. So that is exactly how a displacement is and how you can easily identify a displacement. So let us go to the chart and see how we can identify a displacement on the chart. Looking at this price action again, as you can see, we have a massive displacement to the upside followed by a displacement to the downside. So what do we have here? This we have this displacement to the downside. We are expecting the price to continue to the downside, and what do we have here? As you can see right here, we have a single bodied displacement to the downside, and as you can see, we have a presence of fair value gap here. This is the fair value gap that we have here. So until this fair value gap is violated, we are still looking at a downside movement. And what we have again, we have a displacement in form of this candle to the downside again. And what we can see right now here is another fair value gap present here. So until this is violated, we are still going to be looking at another price move to the downside, and that is what we get here on these two candle, this massive displacement to the downside, and as you can see, we still have fair value gap present, but eventually we have this fair value gap being violated in form of these full-bodied candles to the upside, violating this fair value gap. And as you can see, we have another fair value gap present right here, and price eventually continues to the upside with another massive displacement to the upside here with a presence of fair value gap, small fair value gap here. So this is how I use a displacement to look at other flows on the market. So the next thing we are going to be looking at is market structure shift of this video. A market structure shift indicates a change in trend from bullish to bearish or from bearish to bullish. For instance, we have a bullish trend here, market structure shift, then the trend changes to bearish. How do we identify this? Identify this by the presence of displacement. When we have a displacement below or over a swing high, then a market structure shift happens. For instance, we have a displacement that took out this previous low, then we can say that a market structure shift has occurred. That is a market structure shift. A stop rate is also important when looking for a market structure shift. For instance, here we have this high being swept out before we had this displacement to the downside that took out this previous low to the upside. So right now, as you can see, we first took out this high before this displacement happened to the downside. The next thing I look at for when looking for a market structure shift is when the high time frame has been engaged. It is important that a high time frame level is engaged prior to lower time frame market structure shift. So if I'm looking for a market structure shift, I would like to see the high time frame level. I would like to see the high time frame level being engaged before I will see a structure shift like this one. So that I look out for when looking for a market structure shift. If I don't see the high time frame level being engaged, then I will not, be looking for a market structure shift. I must see the high time frame level being engaged before I will validate my market structure shift. But let us go to the chart and see how we make use of this information. Looking at this price action, you can see we have the previous day high marked out. So I would like to see this high being engaged before I will start looking for my structural shift. So if we replay these charts, as you can see, we have the price engaged. If I zoom out, if we zoom out to this chart, we see that we have engaged the previous day high, and to validate our market structure shift, we need to see this low being taken out before we can say that we now have a market structure shift to the downside. If we replay the price again, as you can see, we have another high being created here. So where is our current low? Our current low is this week right here. So we like to see this low being taken out before we can say that we have our market structure shift. If we replay these charts again, you can see we now created another high. So price has not taken at our low, so our market structure shift is not yet valid. If we keep on playing, as you can see, we have another high being taken out right here, and our recent low is this week here. So to validate our market structure shift, we need to see the price being taken out this low. If price should take out this low, then we can say that our market structure shift is now valid. As you can see, price eventually displays our low, so our low has been taken out. So we can start saying that our market structure shift is now valid, and we start looking for our entry. So where can we start taking our entry? So this is our displacement to the downside, the displacement that took out this low. So as you can see right here, we have a fair value gap right here. We have our fair value gap, so we are expecting price to come back to this area and eventually respect this area before continuing to the downside. As you can see, we went a fair value gap. Another thing to validate this our trade is, as you can see, like I said before, we need a stop rate, before we can start looking for a change in structure or market structure shift. So as you can see, there was a stop rate here before we have the displacement to the downside. So if we replay this price again, you can see that we had another fair value gap, a small fair value gap right here. So, and as you can see, price is still respecting our fair value gap, and eventually it continues to the downside. If we play the charts again, we still have another low right here. We would like to be taken out. We would like the price to take out this low again. You can see we have taken out this low, and let's see what will happen with the price. Eventually we continue to the downside. So that is all for market structure shift, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys another example